So, hello everyone, Modern here. I'm excited. Episode's great. Redo Healer coming in here, you know. the Aristocrat Redo Healer with the Assassin anime. Episode 1 was great, and you know he was like, yeah, he delivered, baby. I like it. It was really good looking. The fight, I think it was one of the best episodes this season. For episode 1, though, I mean, it might be, you know, maybe it's gonna be crap now, who knows, right? But like, I liked Redo Healer, right? As I kept saying last season, or whatever it was, and I was in this thing, I was thinking about it later, but I've seen, you know, movies like I Spit in Your Grave, right? And those kind of like, a woman get hard and then she kills the people and so on. I even see the third movie, kind of the 20s later with everything. So I have seen those kind of revenge movies, right? Revenge thriller movies. Usually then from a female perspective, right? Not a male perspective in Hollywood, right? But I've seen those, and I think they're pretty fine. You know, I like horror movies, so right. So I like Redo Healer. I actually did. Genuinely enjoyed it. I absolutely did. And you can see my reactions on that. Links below for that. But of course, one thing with Redo Healer was that it was kind of like, it wasn't terrible, but it was clearly kind of low quality production, right? It wasn't like, here's the highest budget thing ever. It was like, I mean, it's fine, but it looked like an anime you might have seen 10 years ago, right? In that kind of way. That being said, though, I've been watching anime since the 70s. I wasn't born then, but I've been watching animes that are done in the 70s. You know, like, I'm an old man, right, to speak. I've been watching animes, like my cousins, they had the VHS tape of Star Singer, which is a very classic old school anime. So, yeah, the first anime I ever saw was Star Singer. And that is produced, I believe, in like 77 or something like that. So, you know, when I see an anime like Redo Healer having the quality of maybe an early 2000-ish anime, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I don't really care. Right? But anyway, that being said, then, last episode of Assassin here, they looked great. The first 6-7 minutes, when the two cute girls here were fighting right there, next to me here, that looked like really good. I was like, whoa. So I was actually honestly genuinely blown away. I felt like, wow, they're actually giving him like budget. They're actually giving this author something to work with, right? I mean, actually the studio, but I mean, like the studio was making it. But that fight looked great. It wasn't like the whole episode, but you saw, you know, picking up a knife to a punch and so on. So it was kind of etchy, but it looked fantastic. So I was like, yeah, this is actually like one of the best episodes I think last season, or this season, I mean. And then you have the kind of the Sailor Moon, the Usagi kind of, you know, princess and so on popping up, and I was like, she looks like an evil Usagi. I love it. Yeah, she's Sailor Moon here. I love it. But she's like, I wanna kill them all. It's like, yeah. And I love that the premise. I guess episode 2 is gonna explain what's happening more in detail. But she's like, I want to kill the hero. So I'm thinking she probably Isekai the guy before him, right? And he betrayed her or whatever. So the hero probably is also have Isekai power strike, something like that. But that's interesting. So I like the premise too. Could be interesting as well. Yeah. So cool anime. But anyway, let's watch it. Let's say I think it's good. Anyway, one last thing before watching it. I really enjoyed. We used to watch before this. We watched the hero, the banished hero. Right? I was banished from the hero team, Shiro Nakama. That was really good. Episode 2. Episode 1 was just kind of okay. Episode 2 was really good. Because the backstory made perfect sense. I was like, wow, I was just gonna unspoil it, but I was like, wow, that this waifu is in love with the main character. It actually is realistic. I was like, whoa, for an anime, this is like a really genuine love story. So I was like, wow, this is really good. I won't be that guy, but I mean, mostly in this, you know, waifu, super thirsty waifus usually are insane, right? But in a sense. But anyway, Assassin. So 3, 2, 1, and go. But yeah, I have high hopes now here for this anime, you know what I mean? I put it on a pedestal. I'm like, this is like the best show of the season. I'm like, this could be the best thing this season. It's on a high pedestal for me here now. Oh, it's so weird. Whatever. It's kind of confusing. It's subtitles without. Why is it that? Yeah, she's all like, oh, that stupid hero guy, he betrayed me. Could you kill him for me? No, it's gonna share and everything. You're gonna get the meeting. This is much of L0 now. Here's a little meeting. You're gonna meet her, you know, drink some tea. Yeah. It's on L0. Sorry about the timer. Something about that. But now it's like an zero meeting and she's like, hey, so, do you want some of my body fluids? I'm not expecting it to be like, this is part of my, I made this tea myself. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. God damn it, Yukina, you ruined tea for me. Like, yeah, God damn it, seriously, you ruined tea for me. I was like, oh, it is made by your body fluids? Oh yeah, what's this? And all the hand stuff we saw on that, oh my god. I got PTSD from whatever. They're recapping now his death. Yeah, he got betrayed by his people. Yeah, this is whatever. But I love that too. I just want to say that. But I love that he's actually kind of very experienced old man. So actually, he's not that he's not the. I mean, in a lot of animes, the main cast is like a 16-year-old, 15-year-old NEET, right? This guy's actually like the super experienced old veteran assassin guy. He's actually like a badass that has killed a lot of people. Yeah, she's like, you're a perfect guy to kill the hero for me, right? This actually makes sense if you pick him. I like that a lot, yeah. I think that's great, because in so many times, they use Isekai, a random guy, right? It's often is a loser that doesn't have any actual skills in real life. But he is just actually picking out. This is basically, as I said last reaction, it's like Spawn. If you ever read Spawn, I read Spawn a lot. You know, as a kid, I Todd McFarlane, yeah. I read a lot of Spawn, right, when I was growing up. Because obviously it's the guy behind Venom and so on, right, because they look the same. And, yeah, so he's like Spawn, right? She picked out the best guy to, you know, make him an Isekai character, right? Which makes so much more sense than picking this random, like, here's some boy, he's like, yeah, you're a Tensei, so you're gonna kill him for me, right? Yeah. Exactly, you're the perfect guy to send over to be a murderer. This makes... Yeah. I mean, she's basically like, I picked you up because you were the best guy in the world to kill people for me, right? Yeah. And she's like, yeah, cut them off, yeah, you do it for me, right? But like this guy's like, yeah, goddess, I can kill people for you. He's a very direct person. Oh, you're God? Who should I kill, God? You would always hold me to be a murderer, right? It's like, yep. Okay, I see what you're doing here. There's a funny thing, though, I think generally with anime and so on. That, I mean, I guess in the past, 1,000 years ago, you would imagine the two gods are the good god and is a devil, right? Yeah, the Satan and is the god, right? But in anime, it's the goddess. She's kind of like a neutral. I mean, is she evil? I mean, isn't she some kind of murderous goddess, right? But she would still probably be god, right? Like, there is no... I mean, maybe this world has more goddesses, but I think she could be the only god, right? Or the goddess then. There's no need for like more than one god. She's just a neutral person, right? She has her own personality. I guess that's more interesting, because I feel that in many religions, the god is like either good or evil. And I guess in anime, the gods are more... And that's probably why... Like characters in other animes, like that Master and so on, that they have these gods like, you know, Ares and Hestia and so on. They have the goddesses from the North and Greek mythology, because they have more personality, yeah. Like the, you know, Thor's out fishing with a hammer, and they have more personality, I guess. You know, that those myth gods, they're more wild, right? Zeus is like, I turn into a goose to sleep with people, yeah. He's wild, right? So... But, I mean, not much happening here in the beginning, though. She's just a crazy goddess, yeah. She's like, yeah, let's... Explaining the setup for him. I will say it's time to go to his... Come on. Yeah, you can't do that, though. Dame! No, you gotta follow the rules. Okay, so there are some rules here, I guess. You have to follow the somewhat rules. Okay, so it makes it a little more complicated. You can't just, like, do whatever you want, but... A long setup to make him... Yeah, it's been like 1.5 episodes now for him to... I want to see the waifus again, man. A long setup, definitely, to explain the rules here. This is the moment where you know it's based on a novel, because it's like so much dialogue about these are the rules. Let me explain to you the books. Here, do you want to read a book here? Here's a manual, you know. You want to pick a skill? Yeah. Seriously, I mean, this is when you know it's a novel. Because, like, here, you want to pick a skill in this library here. You want to pick, like, a disco basket here. It's very gamey, right? She kind of gives him the whole, what skill do you want? What will you level up? I mean, in the Isekai I'm writing, I mean, I admit it, same thing there. I'm also like, here, pick your class, you know, yeah, like, it's a very gamey, you know, pick your class and what skill do you want? Oh, you want to have this skill? Do you want to have that skill? Do you want to be able to seduce cute girls? Do you want to have the seductive skill? Do you want to have a charm? Do you want to have the cool skill if you have cool clothing on you? Yeah. So he picks what he wants, right? But this is where this character makes more sense to be Isekai, because he's such a strong assassin. So he will know what skill is probably good to pick, right? Instead of some random crazy guy that doesn't really have any, like, actual skills, I guess, right? Actual, like, yeah, I mean, often in Isekais we get the noob, right? It doesn't have... So this is why I like this main character. He actually is like, It's actually like, interesting. This skill? It does this thing. Maybe I should pick... what about this skill? Yeah, like, it's actually like... Yeah, this is good. He's actually contemplating. That's what it's for. Contemplating what skill is good, right? Like, if you ever play a video game, you actually read different skills, right? And you're like, oh, should I take this talent tree or should I take that talent tree? It's actually considering what is good or bad, right? Where I feel most Isekai main characters like, oh, skills, I picked up this thing, yeah, and these, you know, they randomly kind of, they're noobs, right? They're pretty bad at the actual game, right? This is good. He's definitely probably one of the most competent. Definitely a very competent main character. I guess one really good main character in Isekai, and I mean good as in competence, yeah, would be our little beloved spider girl, yeah. Kumo, she's definitely also, of course, very competent. Like, how should I level up this thing? Here's my revival skill. Yeah, and this is all about her being super good at the games, right? Yeah. Like, now he's trying to combine skills here and thinking about elements, and I love it. He's like, oh, okay, this thing, and then I have this synergy, and see? He's like a really good gamer. He's like, I see, yeah, I love it. He's like, this is how I do it. Yeah, it's very, very light novel, though. I mean, it's obviously incredibly light novel based. And he's, so considering and talking about the skills and so on. But it's, I like it. He's, again, he's very competent. That's the way I look at it, right? He's the yeah, now he's gonna finally be reborn in there, right? He's finally gonna be reborn, right? Yeah, now she's finally gonna send him to, of course, be reborn, right? Are you sure? Yeah, time. I wonder if the girl's gonna appear again. I hope so. She's like an evil Sailor Moon. I hope she's gonna appear every now and again. She's like a sexy old evil Sailor Moon. I mean, she really is Sailor Moon. She has to be best Sailor Moon. Just to have, you know. I should have my, I don't know, Isekai. I usually have my aqua shirt or Isekais, but I do, of course, own a Sailor Moon t-shirt, so maybe I should have that on me. Maybe next week. Yeah, subscribe for next week. Then I have my, next week I'm going Sailor Moon outfit then. Yeah, whatever, Sailor Moon outfit. I have my Usagi shirt on me. Yeah, but so now he finally gets Isekai, so we can see the waifus. Come on. Yeah. One mission though, but the mission is probably gonna be hard. It can't be that easy to just kill the hero, then the enemies will end, right? It has to be the end goal. Well, actually, other plans. Maybe he could kill the hero and still keeps. He might still work as an assassin, right? But I very much doubt it. He's probably not gonna kill the hero in the first season, right? Oh, I guess he's like he's gonna be born, right? Yeah. We're gonna see his perspective. The baby is born. It's gonna see from the eyes of the baby, right? Yeah. It's a match with Musketenshi when he started. Yeah, it's like, okay, Sean! It's a boy! Yeah. It's like, okay, Sean! Here we go. Yeah, he gets the whole... His mom is pretty though, of course. White-haired babe. It's Papa. I mean, yeah, they both got Shiro head. He was like gray-haired man though, so... Yeah, well, he's probably a prince, something like that. I mean, there are assassins, right? Isn't the whole family are murderers like that? The whole family is born into... I guess the god was like, you're gonna have to kill the heroes. I'm gonna make sure you get born into the right family. They can kill people. Yeah. There has to be the gods by like, oh, you're gonna kill the hero for me. So, goddamn it, Spider-Man. So I'm gonna put you into, you know, the assassin family, yeah. Where you're gonna kill everyone, like... Certainly the goddess has planned this out, right? You know, it reminds me of like Berserk. Not to spoil too much, but obviously God in Berserk is like, I planned this out to make you a killer, yeah. In Berserk, the god was like, this will make you a murderer. And he's planned the bloodline and so on, right? And how to make the ultimate murderer, basically, right? So, that was a goddess in Redo Healer style. Yeah, that was the goddess wearing family-friendly nothing. We will go back to that later. No, but yeah, that was the goddess who's showing her oppies in the... That was an eye catcher. I mean, eye catcher is the one you have between the half episode, right? And here, though, the eye catcher was just the goddess in her full bloom. That was an eye catcher. Anyway. Yeah, of course she's training. Yeah, of course he's a very serious, of course, assassin boy. Grows up here to kill animals. Exactly, you don't do the organs, man. Delicious meat, baby. I mean, he's right, though. It definitely makes it taste better, so... yeah. You got a hot mom, though. Very good, yeah. You gotta have a hot, attractive mom in Isekai, right? No, honey! You got a pouting... Yeah, his mom's adorable. Got him. He's like pouting Kashan. Oh, man, I love her eyes. So, yeah, his mom is, of course, super attractive. No, this I call Isekai. Yeah, if I ever Isekai god, you better give me a hot mom. Yeah, it's very important. You gotta give me that meal feeling, you know? The root of the forward, baby. But yeah, mom is basically like a 5-year-old though. She's that... Definitely that kind of like... No, yeah, definitely very childish mother, so... Yeah, I can see Redo Healer's... after being like, I need to make it quiet to Route 34, right? People are gonna make fan stuff. He's like, people are gonna make stuff. People are definitely gonna do some doujinshi in this character. Yeah, oh yeah. Like, but yeah, he's for using his assassin skills to make food, right? Of course, he's using his knife skills to make food better or faster, at least. Yeah. You know, he's a very serious, competent assassin, so it makes sense he would care about nutrition, and yeah, he's obviously was a very... Yeah, this is not magic, mom, it's just technology. Oh, mom. To me, it's like magic, though. It's just a smart son, though, yeah, it's just pressure cooking. Yeah, he's just smart, though. Exactly, good assassin boy. Smart. I'm so proud. That's like, that's good, son. You will clearly kill people. He's lived that skills. Oh, what a family, though. He's born into, yeah, assassin family. It's like, good job, son. That's gonna be useful to murder people with. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's the family you want to have when you grow up, man. It's like, yes. This is very useful for you when you grow up. Yeah. Exactly. Perfect physical growth. See, he's really trying to aim for perfect boy body here, yeah. I will be a pretty young boy, yeah. He's like... I guess he doesn't trust his mom's cooking, though. Kinda insulting to his poor hot mom, though. He's like, Mom, it's better I cook it, because you don't understand how to make proper, you know, nutrition for my son, for yourself, you know, for me, yeah. But yeah, mom's eyes are very pretty. She's got this like, you know, silvery kind of eyes, but they all have that, but her eyes are kind of silvery blue, right? Yeah, there's a kind of the blue sparkle in them. Kind of silvery, sparkly blue eyes. Mom has a very ginky eyesight. But they're both killers, I guess, right? Yeah, but they're both like murderers, right? The whole family are a bunch of, you know, insane murderers, psychopaths, right? Like, I don't know. It's like, this is somewhat good though. I kind of like my family. It's like, yeah, he's like, I kind of like my family. Yes, they're both assassins, and you know, my father's like, let's go kill some people. But it's a nice family, yeah. The perfect assassination family, yeah. It's like they're very nice. My father is a good torturer, but, you know, he's pretty nice. He has like some kind of slaves in the chamber and, you know, he kills people every night, but, you know, it's a very nice family. Okay, what happening now then? It's gonna beat... I still want to beat him up or whatever, but... Huh. Okay, takes off his clothes. Now we're getting family friendly here. Now okay, it's some kind of martial art training. I don't know. Can I perfect his body or something? Yeah, now he looks very the healer. His father is like, oh yeah, I got some nice form here, son. Yeah, this looks kind of weird. But I guess this is some kind of weird martial art training thing. His father is like, yes, show me your perfect stance, son. Yeah. Very specific father. Yeah. How does it help him become assassin? I mean, I guess it helps, but it's a bit... It's kind of weird. He's like, yeah, son, yeah, this, you're... Yes. Well, I mean... Yeah, I mean, obviously some kind of royal assassins, but... A happily family, the perfect happily family. I mean, this makes more sense, not they're fighting in the chamber, this makes more sense. It's like, yeah, fighting him with knives in the dungeon, right, and... Teaching him some potions or something. Yeah, that makes more sense, teaching him some weird, you know, like, here's that poison, or... Here's like some acid. That makes more sense, right? We're gonna teach you how to kill people, yeah. But the weird, like, oh yes, son, very good S form. that felt very much like KU episode 2 or something. Yeah, like, yes, let's have him like touch his. Yeah, that's. I would surprise me if it's gonna be like, let me measure your, you know, I have to feel the weight of your, yeah. Oh, they got some synergies something? Oh, they got some family bloodline? Yeah, they got some like man eyes or whatever? Yep. Yeah, some kind of magic eyes. Yeah, some kind of magical eyes. Sure. Yeah, you can see the night and everything, yeah. And of course he's like, awesome, I can see the night, I want it. Yeah, he's like, oh, I can see a night vision? I want that shit, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course you can fail, I guess. It sounds very like Naruto. Oh, if you fail or you get blind and so on. Yeah, you can actually fail and lose your eyesight and so on. But now, of course, mom has to feed him. No, I know it's the mother's job. I like how the mom's like, stop it, boy. I want to be a good mom too. Stop. Let me feed you, yeah. Stop it, honey. I want to be a mom too once in a day, you know. Exactly. Just exactly. Accept it to be my son. Exactly. You want to have some mommy oppas? Come on. Hore! It's just like, of course, mom with huge oppas to be like, you want some mommy oppa? Here we go. Motting him. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, kawaii, baby. Yeah, but I guess his eyes are gonna come back. Of course, he's gonna have some kind of super eyes. Yeah, you can probably hear his father was standing so wide. This is just daredeviling it. He's like, Dad's kid over here. It's easy to locate people with my hearings. Like, come on, Mom. I'm not stupid. Yeah, I'm very proud of his super smart son here. But I guess you get some kind of super eyes, right? You can see in the night. You can do all the stuff. Yeah, you can see man and somewhere else. Kind of, it's like infrared eyes, I guess. Infrared vision eyes. Or does the world look different then for him? I mean, normally, like even in, you know, does he see the world in? Okay, but I guess you can see more stuff. Oh, you can zoom in. Enhance! Oh, you can enhance? Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, okay, so those eyes are They got some really good enhancing skill. Yeah, some CSI here maybe. This episode is gonna like see the reflection of people's. You can you also measure the strength? I guess then, right? How much mana you have. One day you have your own son. He's like, yes, father, I will have my own son. I have waifus coming, yeah. He's like, yes, you're right, son. A wife for you, baby. Here's the heck is the wife, right? No. Well, it might still be a wife, you know. I feel it's gonna be a Roxy coming around. Yeah, I feel it's gonna be a hot wife, right? The Sensei is probably a babe, right? I feel it's gonna be a babe. Mom is like, nice. This guy route to the 40 shit, man. Yeah. But you're so cute, honey. Yeah, mom is. I love mom, man. I love his super etchy mom. Come on. Yeah, I'm disappointing. Mom's like, come on, we get some fun with this, son. Yeah, I feel it's gonna be. There has to be some Route 34 on this thing. You know, mom is like, you wanna have some milk, son? Yeah, this feels like. The author clearly wants people to do some fan stuff on this thing. Clearly, it's like. This is a hand plotline, basically, yeah. But okay, let's see if the Tensei is a hot babe, though. Most likely it's a waifu, right? It's gonna be the Tensei. A Roxy. Very likely, right? Come on. Come on, it's gonna be a... Here we go! Here we go, it's the waifu! Yeah. She's probably like 1,000 years old, though. It's one of those, you know... yeah, the one that's, you know... Looks like a 5-year-old, that's the 55, you know. This kid. He's supposed to be a boy? I am a boy! My mom gave me this outfit! It's my wife's hobby to cross-dress him. Yeah, okay. She also got that Sailor Moon hair, though. Okay, but here comes though. His first waifu. I am actually a 1,000 years old vampire lady! Here we go. Can she turn into a big waifu? Can she grow up eyes? I guess we can make him in the place, but does that mean she's old though? She's just powerful? Like, yeah, you have a top waifu, but come on. Let's be how old you are, woman. Yeah. She's like, hey honey, I'm your new waifu, but yeah, he gets the Roxy, as expected, right? Of course his teacher is a babe. As expected. Of course, his waifu, or I mean, his first, you know, woman he meets, except his, you know, horny mom, is of course, yeah, the teacher is gonna be a waifu. Obviously. What else do you expect, right? Like, come on, like, of course his sensei is gonna be a hot babe. But I like her, she's like, you think I'm a kid? Boom! Explosion! It blows up the whole building. Haha, see that? I'm not a kid! I'm the strongest mage in the country! But it's like, yeah, but you can still be a kid though. She did say top 5 though, but still, like, it's kind of like, I agree that you have high power, Miss Mage, but right, you know what I mean? Like, she still could be 5, right? She's like, haha, I blew up the castle over here. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't prove how old you are. You just prove she's powerful. So I think she's still gonna be a kid, right? Like, because her father is like, he's a genius just like you know, Miss Dia, right? She's like, haha. Look at I'm not a kid, I can blow up buildings. So it's like, you still a kid, you have the power to build. So yeah, I think she is a kid, right? I think she's generally is a kid. Probably. Or maybe she's like a, you know, 1,000-year-old vampire that's like actually looks like a kid, right? I guess perhaps that is her thing, but nah, just the whole way that she's like, haha, I'm not a kid, I can blow up buildings. That's, even the whole action is very immature, right? So who knows? I mean, I don't think she disproved herself of being a kid. I think she, if anything, proved what he was thinking that she's a kid. But yeah, I do love the cross-dressing though. Mom is like, I mean, this is Route 34 all over, but I mean, obviously the author is like, oh, people are gonna do some hand on this stuff. This is the author baiting doujinshi artist, right, to make some doujinshi on his stuff here. Obviously, we have this mom being super hot, right? Huge eyes being all like, yeah, you wanna drink my milk, baby? Yeah, you know, he's like, you know, teenage son, she's all like, you know, super jocasta complex, I guess, over his son, makes his son cross-dress and all that stuff. Right? I mean, this is like a hand plotline straight up, right? So, but yeah, he the mother has a jocasta complex clearly, and so that's the author trying to insert some ara scenes definitely over this thing. Although I'm complaining, I'm just saying that it feels like you have an author that's quite famous for quite brutal or etchy scenes, right? I'm not surprised he makes the mother have a jocasta complex, right? It's just like it just feels natural that he would write the mom being obviously like very etchy, to speak. Yeah, it just feels like a natural thing, right? That the author would be like, oh yeah, this is like, of course I'm gonna write the mom as super thirsty for her son, like that. This is gonna make perfect sense. Yeah, he's gonna be all like, yeah, do you wanna play with mommy's oppas? I know you. Yeah, like she's gonna be all like, where's the scene here? It is, yeah, and she's all like, come on, son, let's do it. I feel you can argue it's a wholesome scene, which is with a nice mom, but clearly it is hinted to be, a hidden storyline where the mom is, a little too in love with her own son, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? I think it's pretty clear what this author is going for. I might be wrong. Maybe I just read too much hentai in my life, but nah. I feel me and the author here are on the same wavelength when it comes to mothers in anime. I feel we're in the same wavelength here. Yeah. I feel I'm just saying it. I feel I have the same gutter trench mentality of Okashans in the storyline. I'm like, yeah, I think I see where this is going. Anyway, I really liked in the beginning that, as I mentioned, he's a very competent isekai character, right? He's like, oh, I'm gonna go over his skills and so on. For example, not to say, but my own amazing isekai, but I wrote the isekai, right, doing it for 2 years now. So this is seriously, it's like 800 pages on that. And one day I'm gonna publish it. I don't know, but I know a lot of authors, they kind of put one chapter out, right? A lot of people do it in isekai kind of writers. I'm more like, I wanna write the book first. I don't know, whatever. But certainly feels very typical, right? You start off with your skills, same thing that I'm working on. That you have here. What class do you want? What skill do you want? Right? It's very video gamey, and but what I like though, and for example, comparable to my own writing, I suppose, so my own character, my writing, what I'm thinking here, is that I guess that's why I like it, because I write in the same style, I guess, but or style, but then what character, better for it. Because I think it's more interesting, right? If you have the character actually being like intelligent. I know this sounds like oh my god, no, but you know what I mean? Like, I want the character to be like, oh, should I play as the hunter, or should I be the mage, or should I get more agility, or should I get some strength, right? Because that's how those games actually work. If you ever actually played a video game, let's say you play something like, it doesn't matter, but say Dragon Quest or whatever, right? If you find like here's a seed of strength or something, right? And it's like permanent, that gives you 1 strength point, right? It's like a permanent 1 strength. You can only use it right once, right? Then it's consumed. You have like 8 cards, right? Then you actually have that like, well, who should have this strength seed? And I can get maximum like say 12 in the whole game, right? So should I give all 12 to one character and make him do more damage? You can point that kind of thing. It's some meaningful thing, right? In most games, it's cool. Some game is not actually meaningful because you only have one character that really has strength as as an important stat. That is not meaningful at all, right? But if you have 8 characters and like 3 of them are strength characters, and one of them, the other 5 characters, one of them is like half hybrid strength, half agility, then you have this option: should I distribute stats? Should I get an all to one character, and so on. So that's when you're playing these games, you have the stats and skill and so on. That was important, right? And unfortunately, I feel in most isekais, you send in the character into this world, they get some skills. I mean, I think it's fine like Konosuba, where Kazuma is like, I'll take you then, Aqua, stupid goddess, as my skill, basically. Yeah, it's like, I want the woman to be my skill, you come with me, right? Yeah. That's fine, because it's a parody and comedy, right? It's just kind of made for laughs, right? But in many isekais, and also it's generally fancy, right? But isekais particularly, when you have this game system, it's just like, oh, the characters are so terrible, really, at playing the game, right? It's just so terrible playing the game. This thing can be good isekais generally, but I feel that here I feel this anime absolutely felt a lot better, because it's actually like, even if he would put the wrong skills here, he spent like a few minutes actually considering the skills and going over the different stats or whatever, right? They feel like this is what an actual person would do. You'd be like, oh, okay, strength, well, this skill gives me bonuses for damage on backstab, you know, like actually spending some time here thinking about what it means to enter this world with these skills, right? And actually contemplating his different options here. That feels much more, I think, realistic, especially given that the main character here is supposed to, as I mentioned, the rest world to be very competent. It's supposed to be, you know, like a very, very competent main character, right? Like a super veteran assassin, summoned by the goddess to be the best assassin, right? And she picked him, not at random, but actually this is a particular guy for it. He should be much better at actually picking the right skills, right? So this is really good. I'm thinking about so many other isekais for the character. I think the worst example I have of that, just top of my head, is actually Shield Hero. So Shield Hero, the problem with Shield Hero isn't that Nafumi, I said a lot of times Shield Hero, the problem isn't that Nafumi is terrible. He's actually pretty good, right? The problem with Shield Hero is that it's written like Nafumi, the main character. He's basically like an average gamer. He's not a good gamer. He's average, you know. He's not a noob, but he's not a good player either. He's kind of like a 5 or 10, right? He really is. He isn't that good at what he does, right? With his skills and so on, or the fights. He's like an average guy. However, the other 3 characters, especially for Spear Hero, but the other 2 as well, they are written as the dumbest guys ever. They're written as 0 out of 10 skills, right? So he's only good in comparison. He's very, very ordinary, but he's good because the other guys are so incredibly terrible at playing the game. And that's, you know, that's why, well, I mean, I like Shield Hero, but that thing I don't like Shield Hero at all, of course. That the main character isn't competent, actually. He's more like not the worst. Yeah, he's only good by comparison. It's a very weak way to look at the main. I guess another anime that has an issue is Nana, right? Talentless Nana, where Nana is supposed to be a super genius, but she really isn't. So the anime is written that Nana is like a super genius character in her plans or whatever, right? But she isn't at all. She's actually really bad at her plans. Most of her plans are either extremely convoluted or just terrible. It's generally really terrible. She fails many times. However, all the other characters are dumb as rocks, right? So she wins anyway. She wins by the other character being giving up, right? So it's really bad, yeah, because then you're like, why is she the main character for? It's like the author, honestly, with Hana, it's even worse, yeah. Like the author couldn't figure out how to write, you know, intelligent strategies, so she's like, oh, here's the main character. She's really stupid, but every other character is even dumber, so she still wins. Oh my god, what a genius. Like, no! Not at all. But anyway, yeah, Shield Hero is the best sample, I think, of in a game isekai setting, because especially how they fight in that anime. So the other character are fighting, you know, the other hero, right? And they're like, meteor, spear, or whatever. And it doesn't work. And it's like, oh, you haven't thought about, you know, fire against water and so on. Like, that's it all the time you sit here. It's just so stupid that no one else ever, except Nafumi, has considered, like, you know, oh, ice magic is good against grass magic or whatever. Yeah, they never ever think about super, like, basic Pokemon or whatever. Yeah, they never even consider that stuff, like what is good against fire or something. It's so stupid. Like, it's just so incredibly, I feel, honestly lazy. Than Shield Hero. But I think that part of Shield Hero is just so silly. Like, well, how can they be stuck in this game world, you know, for years and they haven't considered, like, wait, like fire Pokemon good against grass? Like, imagine you get a Pokemon, right? You capture Pokemon and you spend like 20 years in the Pokemon universe and you still haven't figured out that fire Pokemons are good against grass Pokemon. Like, how stupid are you? That being said, though, Ash is basically that in Pokemon. Ash is basically, you have a ground Pokemon? Pikachu! Like, I love the Pokemon though, but in Ash defense though, his Pikachu, you know, the legendary, of course, Pikachu, he has the ability to hurt ground Pokemons like Onix anyway, so actually in Ash defense, this immunity Pokemon doesn't actually, like in the video game it wouldn't work, but in Pokemon anime, he still wins, so I don't know, I guess he's doesn't have to care about that. I'm trying to find the element thing here in the review here. I'm just blabbering out there. I'm trying to find the email. Oh, here it is, yeah, this is what I mean. He's basically learning, you know, about elements. You know, this is about, he basically has the, you know, like in most games like Pokemon and so on. He has the, you know, fire, water, dark magic. You know, oh, dark is immune to psychic, and water magic good against fire magic. That is good against water. Right? He has the game set right there. So this main character, he makes sense because he's like, oh yeah, I should get a fire skill like if I this guy. Oh, a dark magic. is good against light magic. Oh, that's good to have. You know, like he actually has like an understanding of, you know, super effective and that rock paper scissors thing, right? So, but yeah, again, not too much of Shield Hero, but that's what I mean with Shield Hero. They basically have the same thing, Shield Hero, like basically, right? And yet the character, except only Nafumi, understands that, like, wait, water magic is good against fire defenses? You know, they can't grasp that. Even though in episode 1 that anime, they start by being completely calm, being in another world. They're like, oh, this is an Isekai, I see. We all got summoned to a fantasy world, and we have levels, so, oh, I see, yeah. And they all have played these games before, so they all understand what happened to them, yet they don't understand basic, like, you know, effective magic and so on, and stab moves. It's just so stupid. But I guess, I guess Ash is the guy who doesn't understand it, though. But it's kind of funny, though, in Pokemon, because Ash, the worst defeat Ash ever had, that he was so stupid he lost the fight, which is, I think, the biggest, you know, issue in Pokemon ever, I think, that he should have won a tournament. He actually had super effective advantage and lost anyway, and I was so stupid. They should have ended Ash eventually, to be his son and whatever, but it's true though, yeah. Ash has a super ridiculous lose, right? With water against fire, and he has the water Pokemon, he still loses, so it's so stupid. So I guess I'm wrong, you know, in Pokemon the anime, effective type doesn't matter. Ash was right all along, he should have used the fire against water, that's the way to go. Ash was right all along, I guess. I suppose. But yeah, I like the beginning here. I would say one thing though, as of course I didn't rest part. It is so much slow paced though, the first half, right? Because it feels very adoption from a novel where the main character is like, oh yeah, here's the class, here's the book, and he's writing all the page art, right? The goddess explains to him all the rules and so on. Right? It feels very, very novel there, yeah, where she's like explaining to him all the setting and the rules and so on. And then definitely got more interesting course where we see him and his mom and dad, and we see the dad being like, oh yes, nice ass son. I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird now. That happens. And then the mom is like, well, my mommy milk. Yeah, and then we have the etchy hand stuff with his mom, and then we got the, you know, the little cute sensei with, you know, his coming wife, one of his wives, clearly. Certainly the sensei is gonna become bigger, right? They're gonna grow together, and she's of course gonna fall in love with him, and it's gonna be one of his love interests. Certainly the sensei will be one of his wives later on. Absolutely. His father was like, you gotta smash, boy, you gotta get your own son. Like, yes, father, I will give this skill to my own son. So he already agreed to have babies, right? So yeah, like, but which I like too, right? Because he's supposed to be a grown man in a, you know, so to speak. So it makes sense to be like, yes, I need to, you know, get my own children and train them in my way. So we're like, yeah, it makes sense. He will be a little more determined to have babies, right? Than most other isekai, because he's an older man, right? But yeah, not a great episode. Now I'm gonna say last thing here. Do we have Komi-chan coming tonight? I think it's in Yale. Yes, there we have it. It's out. Okay, great. So I'm gonna take a few minutes break, and then I'll see you guys with Komi-chan, you know, Can't Communicate, which was a really good episode 1. Very beautiful and so on. Yeah. I would say one thing though. I watched Komi-chan without text, right? Just, you know, just Japanese. And I will admit it's a little harder than other animes because there's so much text on the page. So obviously here in episode 2, I feel there was a moment in episode 1 that had a lot of things to read, and I could read most of the Japanese, right? I could read maybe like 90% of it. I will admit I can't read every kanji, right? So I'm like, I could see the kanji here, I understand the hiragana and so on. But it was hard to read it all because it was coming so fast. So I say episode 2. Episode 2 is the same. There is so much writing in it. I might have to wait for someone. It's kind of like, it's not a video, but I can say briefly that it would be no problem, of course, for me. No problem, but it would be generally not a big deal for me, right, to watch something like Komi-chan by myself, right, and just be like, pause the video and of course read the text, right. But for a reaction part, I mean, I could translate it live, I guess. Sit there and be like, this thing says this thing, and this thing, this it's like this word, and yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's kind of like it's like another thing, right? But anyway, so you guys Komi-chan soon. That's a really good anime too. Wednesday, I feel probably that's the best animes. Yeah, like used 3 strong animes so far. Maybe I was telling my favorite animes. I guess some there's Tensei and Demon Slayer though, even though Demon Slayer is the movie now. But yeah. But anyway, Komi-chan coming up soon, guys.